Moin Leute and welcome back to another video on the channel aFlyingGuy. As you can see, in front of us is a TBM. You can today join me on our flight from Rotterdam, Echo Hotel Romeo Delta, up to Porto Salika in northern Germany, Echo Delta Victor Yankee. We're flying the TBM930 Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo is our registration, standing here in Rotterdam. And we have 4 passengers on board and we have to take them back home after a business meeting here in Rotterdam. Just for a quick refresher on our rates, let's look on that. We have 420 kilograms of fuel with us, single pilot operations, 100 kilograms of cargo and 4 passengers, so the cabin is full. As you see, the aircraft is completely cold and dark, so we have to set everything up, and I would say let's start with that. And for that we gonna close the rear passenger door, bring the stairs up and close it. Make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times green. Then we're switching a bit on here, can go cabin light, all the stuff, and seeing the aircraft waking up. Open the inertial separator, going down there, setting the score of 2000, standby, and then I would say let's check for the ATIS frequency for Rotterdam, 128.565, and let's get the ATIS.
Contact. This is Rotterdam Information Victor, main landing runway 24, transition level 40, 310 degrees, 17 knots, maximum 30 knots, variable between 250 and 360 degrees, visibility 10 kilometers or more, few clouds at 2800, temperature 2.5. QNH 1017 hectopascal, acknowledge information Victor at first.
Okay, we got our ATIS. Set QNH, I see QNH 1017. We can set that, and that is very good. Then let's go ahead with the approach frequency. We get our clearance 122.999. 122.999. Rotterdam approach, good afternoon, Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo, information Victor, request clearance to Porto Westfalica, please.
Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo Rotterdam, hello, confirm IFR or VFR?
We're going IFR, Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo.
Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo, Roger, cleared to Porto Westfalica. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Arnhem 3 Bravo, runway 24. Initial climb 3000 feet, squawk 1000.
To Porto Westfalica via Arnhem 3 Bravo departure. Initial climb 3000 feet, squawk 1000. Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo, and yeah, you pronounced it well.
Roger, Delta Lima Echo. Startup approved, the QNH 1017.
Startup approved, QNH 1017, Delta Lima Echo. Okay, we got our startup. Just dial in the initial altitude, closing the door, and green. Okay, and then let's go with the head, and I like to switch on the pulse light for starting up the engine, and I have to get the checklist because I forgot to bring it. Which ones we need? Okay, before start, check this crash level is up, electrical source, battery, generator, main landing gear test, and check light test and check down. Parking brake is on, engine ignition, engine start, ignition auto, aux BP on, prop area is definitely clear, and starter on for 2 seconds, 1000, 2000. And we make sure the engine's starting up. 30% NG, low idle. And the start light is out, perfect. Let's go to high idle. Okay, after start checklist, throttle, flight idle, NG is checked. Oil pressure and temperature is checked. Aux BP, auto fuselage, auto AP trim on. Generator, standby and back main. AC is as required, I get on a pilot packs, and the bleed to auto. Okay, with that, after start checklist is completed, let's go ahead and set up our flight plan. We're going from Echo Hotel Romeo Delta to Porto Salica Echo Delta Victor Yankee. Perfect. That we are doing via the Anna Tree Bravo departure. Only 24 is correct. We don't need a preview, we load it. Go down Arnhem, and from Arnhem we go to Lima 620.
Savia 1 enter Quebec, turn right heading 210, cleared ILS Zulu runway 24.
Set Zuvox.
Right heading 210, cleared ILS runway 24. Savia 1 enter Quebec, thanks for 2 over
Another array. And from Zuvox
Zulu says that.
we go another array.
Thanks for 2 over Zoetermeer.
Zulu 718 to Osnabrück.
Ging rechter van Oude Huisweg.
There it is, load airway, and from that array runway 05. In Porto Westfalica we have obviously no procedure for the approach. Visual runway 05, we can do that, we can do that in, but there's definitely runway 323 when you look. And so we can go visual visual 23 and right straight. I think that is a good. We just go show and perfect. Load. Yep, and when we have flight plan options, then we go show on map and look, and that is looking quite good. Okay, going back. We maybe need some speed packs, and for that I am using the SimRiff performance
Savia 1 enter
calculation.
Quebec, fully established runway 24.
Savia 1 enter Quebec, Roger, the wind is 310 degrees, 17, gusting 30. Runway 24, clear to land.
Takeoff rate.
Runway 24, clear to land. Savia 1 enter Quebec.
I saw it, we can do that in here. Weight and fuel. Payload, 4 passengers each, plus 100 kilograms of cargo. Goes in takeoff weight or fuel on board 420. 420, thank you. 2,900. So let's go with 3,000 kilograms. Takeoff setting temperature is correct. Calculate. And we have for our weight limit for our speed bugs, we are of 85 knots, and for there we have 94 is our VX. Perfect. Okay, we got our en route clearance. We can select on the flight directors in the nav mode on heading 240. We do that on the runway, and for that we change later on Squawk 1000. We set that, and then I think fine. So before taxi checklist, standby instruments, check DI system, tested. We tested it. We don't need inertial separators on, we see that on the class. Flight controls, 4 up, 4 down, 4 left, right, neutral. The rudder we go as well. To reach the rudder pedals, left, right, neutral. Flaps, take off. And throttle. Tether tries. We go back to that and taxi light on as soon as we request taxi, I would say. Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo, request and taxi.
Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo, able Victor 4.
Sure, Delta Lima Echo.
Delta Lima Echo, roger taxi to Victor 4, runway 24.
Victor 4, runway 24, Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo. Okay, taxi lights on. Can switch the pulse lights off. And then we go Victor 4.
Xavier 1 naar Quebec, taxi to Charlie 1.
Charlie 1, Xavier 1 naar Quebec, tot zometeen.
Apply full left rudder to make the turn. Okay, he's actually turned already into FMS. Let's, or maybe let's do that with the flight director as soon as we reach our runway. And then let's taxi to the runway. There's Lufthansa and there's Lufthansa and looks like another Lufthansa standing. Yeah, two Lufthansas. I'm interested where they're going. So let's refresh Vatsum radar. Like to be on the upper position for taxi to see the taxi lines better. The second Lufthansa is as well going to Munich. Okay, both to Munich, and this colleague is coming from Stansted. I think that could be a real ops. Driving next to such a big on the little TBM. There's a Neo. Watch out with our ground speed. Okay. Victor 4 should be the first on the left. You see the wind is quite gusty, with a pretty strong wind. Wind's coming latest report 2310 degrees with 19 creation 70 knots, gust 30, vary between 250 and 360 degrees. So strong variable wind and very gusty wind. I think that will be an interesting departure. Okay, we can do the before takeoff checklist. Taxi and taxi lights, yeah, okay, lights to go. Ignition is auto or on. We've set that to auto. Auto PP, auto, fuel selector, auto, DI system. Oh, we don't need that. We don't need that, but we put on our P2 install heat. There's a separator.
Delta Lima Echo, will you be ready upon reaching?
Oh, we just need, I think, 2 more minutes, Delta Lima Echo.
Copy, report ready for departure.
Vehicle, Delta Lima Echo. And the wind is interesting, it blows me away. Oxygen switch we put on. Switch on, trim, takeoff, trim, takeoff, flaps or takeoff, AC. Car pilot and packs, and bleed is still an auto, and ammeter is checked. Everything's good, and the altimeter setting is checked, and transponder is set. With that, our takeoff checklist is completed. Okay, then we actually can report him that we are ready. Delta Lima Echo, we are ready for departure.
Delta Lima Echo, line up and wait, runway 24.
Lima Radar runway 24, Delta Lima Echo. Okay, pull on the strobe lights. What the fuck? And now we can see a bit better. I think because I moved the mouse and then the radar inputs with the brakes are not taken correctly, and I want that as my position. Okay, we're still ready, so then let's manage our flight directors.
Delta Lima Echo, the wind 310 at 17, gusting 30 knots, runway 24, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 cleared for takeoff, Delta Lima Echo, thank you very much. Okay, then let's go. Oh, I need the timer. Almost forgot about it. Need to watch with the torque, to not over-torque the engine. Okay, there's no more talking, we go. Off we are. Need a bit of rudder, need a lot of rudder. Rotate. Brakes, gear up. Well, they're what you might have to be careful with releasing the rudder. Okay, yaw damper on. It is very gusty and gears up. 500 feet. Retract the flaps. It is very gusty and we go flight level change. ITT. You watch out for this. We're bringing the power back and closing the inertia separator. And
Delta Lima Echo, level of 3000 feet on the Schiphol QNH 1016, contact 121.205, cheers.
level of at 3000 feet, Schiphol QNH 1016, contact Amsterdam 121.205, Delta Lima Echo, ciao. Okay, 16, we go back with the QNH and 121.205. Perfect.
Fetch and bold. Burning 3rd November, Foxtrot correct, expect vector silence, runway 27, break, Alpine 47 Delta Echo, taxi holding point runway 24, Sierra 7.
24 Sierra 7, 47 Delta Echo. 951, request taxi.
Kilo 951, taxi to holding point, runway 24, Sierra 6, and join Alpha behind Air France A350 that will be coming from the left.
Victor will follow the airflows from the left to the right, taxi to Sierra 6 to 4, KLM 951.
Correct, KLM 651 Juliet, climb level 130.
I know chance to
Climb 130, KLM 651 Juliet.
KLM 1 and Bravo, wind 300 degrees, 24, gusting 34, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Roger. Clear for takeoff 24, KLM 189 Bravo, we are rolling.
Air France 803, you are gonna be number 1 at Alpha 9er, KLM A320 from the right is giving way to you.
Okay, copy, we'll be number 1 and we'll look out for the KLM traffic given way Air France 803.
Amsterdam, good afternoon, Delta Foxtrot Echo, Lima Echo, 3000 feet.
Ready, copy 7843.
Alpine 7843, clear to London Stansted, Falco 3 Sierra departure from runway 24. Initial climb is level 60, squawk 6271.
Clear to Stansted via the Falco 3 Sierra departure from runway 24, initial climb level 60, squawk 6271, and we are fully ready to push now, Alpine 7843.
Alpine 7843, read back correct, start with pushback approved, QNH 1016.
Perfect, thank you. Set up a push-up approved. We've seen H1 for taxi out flight 7843.
Correct. Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo Amsterdam. Hello. Climb to flight level 130.
Climbing flight level 130, Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo. Flight level
605 Papa, consider for turn to
the mouse.
Shamrock 605 Papa. Hello. Clear Dublin. Berkeley to Sierra. Departure runway is 24. Initial climb level 60. Squawk 6273.
And we go again with...
And clear to Dublin, we are Berkeley to Sierra, departure 2460, check level 60, excellent 6273, we are fully ready for descent to Shamrock 605.
Shamrock 605 Papa, just need to confirm the squawk 6273.
3,200
climb rate. And we are fully ready for the
I think we're doing our whole on that for long.
Shamrock 605 Papa, correct start of pushback approved QNH 1016.
Approve 1016, 605 Papa.
Approach, good afternoon. Transavia 5635, Stan Charlie 8, request clearance to Samos information posted.
Guys, if you're looking for clearance, the best way to get it is via PDC at the moment, just for your information. Transavia 5635, hello, clear to Samos. Randy to Sierra departure, runway 24. Initial climb is level 60, squawk 0175.
I love to
Clear
fly
Samos, Randy to Sierra departure, runway 24, initial level 60, squawk 0175, 5635.
for the
Transavia
aircraft.
5635, feedback is correct, break.
This windy
KLM
conditions
9051,
that's the
runway
reason why I'm still
24, Sierra
flying
6.
Booker via Sierra 6, runway 24, KLM
manually.
KLM 651 Juliet, contact Amsterdam, 134, decimal 375.
134, 375, KLM 67 Juliet, Captain.
KLM 189 Bravo, climb level 130.
Yes sir, 130, KLM 189 Bravo.
Transavia 62 Lima, left turn, 270.
So let's retract to VatsimATC.
and we would like to request for a higher level. We cannot stay here.
Transavia 62 Lima, climb flight level 100 at this time.
Just looking.
Up to level 100, Transavia 62 Lima.
22
Boarding
minutes.
28 November, leave Sierra Papa
Nothing.
Lima, heading 050.
There's a good chance.
Sierra Papa Lima, heading 250, boarding 10 November.
To confirm, heading 050
Now
after
we
Sierra
run a
Papa
time
Lima.
lapse.
050,
Or if it doesn't work with a time lapse, we see us as soon as we reach our
Shamrock
top
2
of the
Kilo Golf, we
descent.
proceed on to the Alphas.
Shamrock 2 Kilo Golf, left turn on Alpha, taxi gate Delta 22.
Delta 22 via the Alphas, 2 Kilo Golf.
Okay guys, welcome back. We just started our descent. Set the altitude up to flight level 1, down to flight level 110. We're currently descending with, should be more than 2,000 feet to capture our VNAV profile, because I missed it, because I didn't arm it on the autopilot planet. But I switched on standard barometer, and yeah, as I said, we're now descending towards 1,000, flight level 110. For the VNAV I pushed in per hour straight in approach, I want to be there at 1,100 feet, which is the pattern altitude in Porta Westfalica. We couldn't talk about that. There we have actually 1,050 feet, but I like to be there at 1,100 feet, so 100 above. That should be fine. Which means we're now descending, and in a few seconds we are recapturing the VNAV profile, and it's going down with 1,100 feet, which should be on about now. And we pass. Okay, he's slowing down. I pull back the throttle to run about 50% torque. We can actually go down to 50% torque. And then we're approaching correction, Porta Westfalica. I expect us to be... oh, we can click done. It's 25 miles from the Osnabrück rear R to the straight-in mark. You see you have a lot of crab angle when you look out to a position to the track. That's because of the wind coming from the north, so basically 90 degrees from the left with 108 knots. So it's not a very easy ride, and we have to watch out for the weather, because I heard that it's really bad. And the METAR from Bückeburg, the military outfit near there where we get our METAR, says basically nothing about any clouds or rain. It's just saying sorry, winds from 300 degrees with 22 knots, now gusting 6 kilometers a side, so it could be better. No reports about clouds. 10 degrees, 2.5 degrees, and a QNH of 1010. So we have to watch out for that, because it says it's definitely around a 2-3 landing, and as we planned it, and as it's in our FMC. But we have to look for the weather. If it's not okay, we're diverting to Hanover. That should be, simply says it's 28 minutes flight time to Hanover. Then landing there, over there we have ILS and so on. We can actually look if there's a METAR for Hanover. An ATIS, sorry. ATIS for F136.575. Let's go with that on the secondary. 136.575. 136.575. Enter. We make sure that we switch it, and that we monitor COM2.
Right dependent parallel ILS approach is in progress. Transition level 70 when airborne monitor Unicom 122.800. Wind 280 degrees to 1 knots, gusts up to 31 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers, moderate showers of rain clouds. Spew at 3,900 feet. Temperature 10, 2.7 QNH 1009 trend temporary. Visibility 4,000 meters, light showers of rain clouds. Broken 1,400 feet, Hanover Information Bravo. Out.
Information Bravo, okay.
Hanover Information Bravo. Met report time 1220 Zulu. Automated weather message, expect radar vectors. Runways in use 27 left and 27 right, dependent parallel ILS.
Okay, that we heard. So,
Runway 27.
as you see, not that good weather. And we'll have to watch out for that. That's the weather from Hanover, but there we have at least an ILS approach. And Port Service Falke has absolutely none type of approach. It is an uncontrolled airfield. The traffic we see down there in 20 miles, the same level as Lufthansa 2 Echo going from Munich to Münster-Osnabrück. So the airport, this airport there, we can zoom in. So this airport, there's a traffic departing Münster. It's a city line going to Munich, a CRJ 700. But they both should be not affected because this guy wants to go there, we want to go there, and he's going somewhere behind us. And he's 7,300 feet below us. I'm monitoring on my secondary monitor, I monitor VatsimATC radar to make sure that we stay clear of conflict and any stuff like that. But as I said, Port Service Falke is an uncontrolled airfield, so we really have to look out traffic info for the weather because we have no instrument approach. And we just have to wait and see. So approaching flight level 130. So we can select it down to flight level 70. And we can put on our inertial separator that it is available at 1000, correction flight level 110. Then we switch on our landing light. We can actually switch on the dim light and then we don't need the bright light. Actually, I think we don't need any light in the cabin, do we? So, taking that out. We can do some planner brightness, but that is as well needed. It's a bit frustrating that I need the panel light, the cabin lights on to switch this light on with it clicks. What the fuck is this? Passenger oxygen deploy. Oh, thing for the masks. Okay, but for that we have to... I don't want to know when now. That is the normal oxygen that you arm before. I think that is for the oxygen masks. I think they should be in this cases here. Yeah. Oxygen supply. Okay, releasing the torque. Let's bring that a bit on the power. Passing level 100. We can turn on our landing lights. Now that we're now seeing better. We can actually in the USA, the pulse light. We don't have a beacon light in this aircraft, so that's why I'm I like to use the pulse light when I start up the engine. It's basically, we can turn that on and the pulse light on, and it's basically a flash, like a strobe on the TBM lights, on the landing lights. And I think that is, but I don't know exactly why they're equipped. I'm thinking because in the USA you turn on the landing lights at flight level 1, well, that's 10,000 feet. Then they switch on the pulse lights up to flight level 180, where's their transition altitude. That might be the reason. Or that you switch on the landing lights just when you maybe in the final approach or so. But I like to switch it on as you do it normally at flight level 100. Just to be sure and no surprises. With a clean flight path. I'm seeing on VatsimATC radar, that looks very clean. Coming into the 5,000 feet. And we set the QNH of 1010. And as you see, the torque's getting more. Don't move the power lever, and that's because we're going down, and the more air, the air is getting denser, and so more gets into the engine. Inertia separator is on, by the way, and the engine gets more power, and that's why you have to advance the power lever piece for piece as soon as you're climbing. And that's the reason. Okay. I just hit the power lever on my hardware. It just advanced, and I don't want it to. Basically, yeah, that's what I meant. This is rain, and it's raining. But as I look out the window, there is sun. And yeah, there you see the airport where we're getting our weather from. As I said, it's a military airfield from the German army. There's a helicopter flight school. And they're training the pilots there. And we have our runway there, so airport. And for that we want to go down there. Yo. Now we just wait and have a look. 1,000 to go. Go down at 3,000. The good thing is it's not 50 miles to our straight point. The good thing is that it's not that dense that you can't see through it. Definitely go to turn on the prop and de-ice and ice light. Because I don't want to let anything happen by coincidence. I have a outside air temperature of -2 degrees. And hopefully it is good enough that we can see the airport. Hopefully. But it's not that then, and I think behind that, when we get behind the hills in front of us and the mountain range here, I think then it's more, then the weather get clear, hopefully. Yeah, 1,000 to go. Okay, the yacht is lying on the hay. Turn on our windshield anti-ice. And as soon as we pass this mountain, we go down to 2,000 feet. And we can reduce the power to get slower. Because we have to slow down. Maybe down 2,000, then we're going with vertical speed. We're going down to 1,100. We are still a bit high and a bit fast. Porter's Helica traffic, Delta Foxtrot Echo, Lima Echo, TBM930 approaching from the north. We are currently flying at standard downwind for runway 23 for long final runway 23, going through the Porter, Delta Foxtrot Echo, Lima Echo Porter traffic. Okay, going over the power. It's getting bumpy there. Between this gap we have to fly through. We have to fly through that. But with currently wind from behind, it's not making it easier to slow down. It is very bumpy. Okay, we go down with flaps takeoff. Holds. Okay, now I'm going to take over control manually. And we're gonna turn off our flight directors. Put you down. Now this is going to be very interesting. Yeah. Okay, there's the gap we have to fly through. 500. It is very bumpy. I'm a bit lower than I wanted to go. But I think this is how it has to be. In these conditions. And it is so bumpy because of the hill. I'm not sure if this is inside the limits for the TBM. I'm not taking care of it. Can't see anything. Okay, we go down with the flaps. 2 landing flaps. I have to switch. Yeah, okay, no, really. Okay, I have it. I have it inside. The glide path is a little bit capped right now. Since we're drifting off from the final. But I'm sure you can handle it. Okay, as I said, I'm not sure if it's inside the limits of the TBM. But we can manage that. That's the runway we want to go. This is very interesting. Well, it's not the runway. This is 10 times not the runway. Ui. Holy shit. That was 100 times not the runway. Oof. That was challenging. And again showed that I'm not a professional. Okay, turn on that, turn off that and that off. We are safely down, even though we landed on the grass and not on the runway. But the runway is a very thin. I think it's 50 meters wide or so. Let's look into the API. Yeah, 50 meters. So with a right off the runway of 15 meters, that's basically nothing. And now it's getting better. Now it's getting better. That time we landed. I think I completely forgot the position reports, but don't take care of it. Okay, do we refer after landing checklist? Yes, we have. After landing, landing lights off, tax lights are on, DI systems are off, inertial separator is on, trims, you are resetted, flaps are up, ACs as required, and transponder is going to ground, which means in standby. Yeah, and I think we made it into Porto Westfalica. We don't want to count on the landing. Well, I don't want to count the landing. And what is it? Why the weather is now good? Now the weather could, as soon as we landed, it got better. By the time we landed, and during the approach, it was completely worse weather. And now, after touchdown, after we arrived, it's getting better. Maybe I had to fly a few more minutes just on the heading. But it was very windy behind the hills, and that is obviously because of them. Okay, I think we can turn off the timer. Stop. So, we have 48 minutes of time. Flight time. Very interesting. Very interesting. Especially the weather. Let's use some reverse to brake. You're parking very good, mister. I have to admit, this is a really smart parking decision. Let's turn around. Watch out for the fuel. Watch out for the fuel. Okay, no explosion. Everything is fine. Stop right here. Parking brake set. Switching over to feather. And going down for 15 seconds into low idle. For cooling by the time we can turn off everything here. Which we don't need. We can turn on the nav lights and then shut down. Welcome to Porto Westfalica. We are there. Parking brake set, external lights off, oxygen master switch off, fuel selector menu, AP trim off, AC off, bleed is off, inertial separator can come off, throttle off. Aux BP off, generator off, source off, and the aircraft shut down, and the propeller is proper spinning because of the wind. Ladies and gentlemen, time to get over the plane. If the door opens, yeah. And then we arrived. If safe or not, you can count it. But thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.